All right, so I've had a minute. Hold on. Let me put him on mute. Okay. So yeah, good times, man. Tired. I got woke up early because a stupid tornado come through, ripping and banging on the house and slamming little balls of ice at us and whatever. And yeah, it's stupid. Now it's nice and chill out there. I mean, it's still a little windy. I can hear the wind chimes going off, but and it's still a little bit drizzly. But the mad force of the energy has moved on. Somebody else going to get it. At any rate, so I had a minute to sit here and listen and watch Dragons in Dresses, Craft Sortium, and she's cool, man. I like her, man. She's like way cool. So I watched her make some mushrooms and whatnot, and she's making this whole fantasy daydreaming thing with dragon, like sculpting with clay and things like that. And she just uses all kinds of stuff, mixed media, and she's cool. Go check her out. And then same thing with this Creation Dust 777. He did a couple road trips. Right now he's fishing somewhere. He did some traveling, but he's a wood carving guy. I didn't know that. I mean, come on, Creation Dust 777. I should have known that. And I've been told, people recommended this channel to me for quite some time now. I just haven't had time to get to it. You know, busy with all these other channels. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of channels. Probably millions of channels, I don't know, on YouTube to explore and find, you know, and whatnot. I've had people tell me, well, you need to be loyal to our community. And I'm like, well, no, I need to be loyal to my community. And my community is all of YouTube. All of YouTube. So, yeah, all of YouTube. So, Creation Dust 777, he is cool. He's catching a big old fish right. Oh, dude, that's a salmon, I think. Dude, that's a good sized fish. All right, and then down here I got the Woodshed by Dan. I've seen Dan around in a lot of the chat rooms and whatnot, and I've always said hi. He's always polite, respectful, and kind and all that. But I never really knew him yet.
Put this video out.
And he's a younger gentleman, and he's a phenomenal craftsman. He's got an awesome shop. And so, yeah, Dan. I highly recommend the Woodshed by Dan. And then this one over here is called Desert Drifter. Now, I've been watching, his name is Andrew, and I've been watching Andrew the Desert Drifter for a long, long time. For a lot of years. In fact, I've been watching him since I started watching YouTube way back in 2020 or something like that. And, you know, he's kind of one of the ones that inspired me to want to make a YouTube channel. Now, he passed away a little over a year ago. Maybe it was closer to 2 years ago. And he was killed in a car accident. It wasn't cool. You know, he was on his way home from one of his trips. And so I always loved watching his channel. I miss him so much. And I'm sure I don't miss him anywhere near as much as his family does and his close friends. But all I was some schmuck watching his channels. You know, but he goes hiking, or used to go hiking all through the Southwest deserts. And he'd go to places where I used to go and places I've lived. And he would go explore all these, you know, old ancient relics. And he was respectful and reverent about it every single time. You go watch his channel. Go watch all of his playlists. Go watch everything from the beginning to the end. You know, that's the best thing anybody can do, is just go watch his material. I know he's not alive anymore, but his wife is, his widow is, and she still gets to live off of the income derived by this. So go help out as best you can, you know. But go and just listen to him, man. You'll love him. He was a blessing from God to this all of humanity. And he taught us each and every video that he did to be reverent and respectful of our ancients, of our ancestors, and of nature. Clean up your mess and leave it better than you found it. Things like that. And he never took relics out of there. He always left the relics behind so other people can find them and enjoy them as well. Just, I don't know. I can't say anything bad about Andrew. Andrew was probably one of the best humans I've ever encountered in my life. I wish I had met him face to face. But I highly recommend everybody go watch Andrew, Desert Drifter. Play all of his playlists. Do it every now and again. He's left a deep impact in my life, and I know he's left a very deep impact in a great many people's lives. I've seen a lot of new channels come up doing the same thing of young men that he inspired to get out there and do it and take up where he left off. So go watch that channel. So that's what I got for you. I'm still watching Dragons and Dresses Craft Sortium, and I am going to watch her for a while and get to know her better. And I've got Creation Dust 777 up, and I'm going to watch him for a while and get to know him better. And I got The Woodshed by Dan going, and I'm going to watch him for a while and get to know him better. And I'm going to let Desert Drifter play all day until all his playlists are played. I'm going to play him for however long it takes to play all of his playlists. You know, I do that every now and again because, like I said, I want to support him, his legacy, his wife, and his channel forever. That's the way I am. When I find people that I like, I'm loyal to them. I believe in being loyal. Completely. Oh, and I still got Grumpy's Laid Back Carving on the TV up there. I watch him every morning. You know, he's on every single day. I put him on every morning and I let him run. I don't actually sit here and listen to everything he says or watch everything he does because I got to live my own life too. And even with these channels running, I'm in and out, man. I got chores to do. I got other things to do. I got other lives that depend on me. And so I got to be responsible and take care of my responsibilities. That's just life. So go watch these channels. These are my recommendations today for that. And I will probably spend the rest of my day, or a good majority of my morning anyway, with this running. So if I do another one of these shout outs, it'll be later on today. But I will probably sit down and do one of them talking crap videos because those are my favorite. Talking stuff. Alright, good luck. Have fun later.